According to the South African Constitution, everyone has the right to live freely and conduct business in their community. Unfortunately, this has not been the case for many South Africans in recent times. This is due to the increasing rise in cases of extortion or protection fees across South Africa, particularly in Gauteng, Eastern Cape, Western Cape, and KwaZulu-Natal. Extortion is the practice of obtaining benefits such as money or favors through coercion, force, or threats. Extortion takes many forms, and community members must be aware of it and report any incident to the police.
Ways of extorting is by intimidation, is by asking for protection fees, it's by blackmails, it's by maybe threatening the families or threatening a person, demanding money. Mostly is demanding money.
During his address to the Portfolio Committee of Police, the National Commissioner for Police, General Sibiya, emphasized that the police are working hard to put an end to extortion-related crime. He stressed the importance of communities working with the police by reporting such crimes and naming and shaming the perpetrators. Deputy National Commissioner of Police responsible for crime detection, Lieutenant General Sibiya, also reiterated this message.
They must be brave enough to come to the police. Even if they say to you, don't report, never go to the police, you must report it still. The police must investigate, because even if you don't report, they won't leave you alone.
In Gauteng, this extortion is in the form of gangs like Boko Haram, Vafarasai, and others have been terrorizing the community of Mamelodi in the east of Pretoria. These gangs would target construction sites, water delivery tanks, spaza shops, vendors or hawkers, and anyone they can manage to extort money from. They even went to the extent of killing some of the local business people for refusing to give in to their demands. Such incidents have made the community of Mamelodi live in fear.
Well, people don't want to talk about these things in our township. People are afraid to talk about these things. I mean, you can walk around and ask. They don't talk about these things, but they are aware that these things are happening. And what's said is that other people are using the same gangs, to fight their personal battles.
South Africans would like to see the police do something and be actively involved in eliminating this scourge that has made many of them live in fear.
So, are thomeng ka the barriers of entry into our country. Then crime area, ya protection feel what request sort out.
Kulwantwa ebiana kuba active ba re bontshe hore re ba boditse hore mamang a shu o busy ka dilo tse so ba ire something a community ka wa itse that effort, and when the community sees that effort, we rama tse.
I think the SAPS needs to establish a system where they protect whistleblowers, because you don't feel safe when you go and report criminals at the police station, because somehow we don't know how, but they always find out who reported them.
In his address to the Police Portfolio Committee, General Sibiya mentioned that the police have developed an extortion action plan which is currently being implemented around the country. Operations such as Operation Silapa, specialist teams led by the Hawks, crime intelligence and organized crime units will lead investigations on extortion. The police in Tshwane are also working hard to fight these ruthless criminals by working together with the government, business organizations and the city of Tshwane.
Part of the strategy is to identify in each and every police station area, are there construction sites, are there businesses that are being threatened. Then in that, we will tabulate all those businesses or the constructions or the areas where there's a problem. If it is a shops, then those teams will start to go there and engaging in terms of the owners, engaging in terms of the main contractors, finding out if there are challenges that they are encountering, then they report back to the district.
Business Against Crime is also working together with the police to fight this scourge.
We have to restructure the National Priority Committee, looking at the different phases that the crime works through. Identified 6 or 7 work streams, which is including a detailed work of what should be done. As we said previously, is that if every role player knows very well what their responsibilities is and stick to it, and have the trust that they will be supported by the management, then we can work against this crime type.
Most of the Boko Haram members who were famous for extorting money from businesses in Mamelodi were arrested by the police. Around the country, 1,046 arrests were linked to extortion cases between October 2024 to March 2025. The Western Cape had 270 cases reported. KwaZulu-Natal had 141 cases and 343 cases in Gauteng. Unfortunately, this ill also affected the custodians of the law. In the past 5 years, 2,118 police officers were dismissed for their involvement in cases of extortion. This proves that the South African Police Service is committed to the fight against crime and that no one is above the law. South Africans are urged to report extortion on the National Extortion Hotline, which is 0800 911 011.